What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning into Draw My Life. My name is Ryan Butler. I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico on February 19th, 2000, to Paul and Julie Butler. My father is from Canada and my mother is from New Jersey. And we only lived in Albuquerque for 2 years. Right after my sister was born, we moved to New Hampshire, which is really where my first memories are. I remember my mom dressing me up for preschool. She had to bundle me all up because it was super cold and there was a lot of snow. But we were only there for a year because my dad wanted to go to CRNA school, and there weren't any in New Hampshire. So when they were looking around, they found that there were schools in New Jersey, and my mother still had her parents in New Jersey, and they figured it would be a good place for us to go. So we ended up moving to a town called Cherry Hill, New Jersey, which is where I did preschool and kindergarten. We had this cool old house. It was by the train station. There was like a candy shop nearby. It was really awesome. And then my parents wanted to upgrade to a better house and a nicer neighborhood. So we ended up moving to the next town over, which was called Voorhees, New Jersey, which is where I did elementary school, and it's where I met a lot of my childhood friends who I'm still friends with to this day, which is super cool. We had a really awesome backyard in Voorhees. We were right by a lake, so we would go swimming, and my dad built a tree house for us in the backyard, and we used to have tons of adventures up there, and our house backed up to the woods, so he built trails for us to go ride our bikes and dirt bikes through. It was really fun. And then after elementary school, my parents decided that we should go to Texas because they wanted a cheaper place to live. And we were only there for a year because none of us really liked it all that much. For me, I didn't like my school. I didn't have any friends, didn't really like the kids there. And then my parents, their jobs ended up not being what they thought it was. So we ended up going back to New Jersey. Looking back, I would go back because we were in Austin, and it was a really awesome city. I really liked it, as a city, and I think I'd go back now. But we went back to New Jersey, and I was super happy because I got to be back with all my old friends, and we ended up going back to the same neighborhood that we used to live in, and just a different house. The house was kind of a fixer-upper, but it was right on the lake, and it was really awesome. I got my first job right there at the lake. I was a lifeguard. It was a really awesome place to grow up. I feel really lucky to grow up there. So it's where I finished out middle school. I was really happy to be back with all my friends, and it was really awesome up until 8th grade when one of my friends decided to take her own life, and that was a really hard situation for me, and didn't know how to deal with it for a long time. But time moves on, and everything goes on. So started high school, and I played lacrosse and ran cross country. It was really cool, but I wasn't really super into like traditional high school sports. All my life I had done skateboarding, and I did like scootering for a while, and then in high school I found BMX, which is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. It was a really awesome thing for me because it gave me a lot of freedom, and it allowed me to visit and experience places most kids my age would never get to do. We used to get on the train. I used to ride my bike to the train station, and we'd take the train into Philly, and we would just spend the entire day exploring, meeting people. BMX has always been a way for me to meet people and explore things, and it's always been really awesome for me. So then when my sophomore year of high school, my parents decided to move to New Mexico because they were in a lot of debt and they needed more money. I decided to go into it with a good attitude. I came in, tried to meet people, and I ended up meeting people, and a lot of it was because of BMX. I was able to meet people through the skate park or whatever, and it gave us something in common. So I made friends rather quickly. I got a new job, which ended up being really good for me. I think it I worked a lot, so it kept me out of trouble. And then my senior year of high school was a little rough grades-wise. I didn't really go to class all the time and didn't do any of my assignments. So I almost didn't graduate my senior year because I kind of slacked off really hard. But I ended up graduating and got into college. And the summer after my graduation I was so happy because I didn't have any school. I really don't like school that much, and I was working a lot, so I was making a lot of money. And then I ended up going to college. I almost didn't go because I was really not feeling it at the time, but I ended up going and did my first semester, and it was awesome for me because I'm living with my cousin and his friends, and we've all gotten really close, and for me it was really cool. But I really don't like school, and I don't see where I'm going after this. So at the moment, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. I don't know if I'll come back to the university next semester. I'll probably lately I've been thinking of going to trade school or going to C&M, taking some fire classes so I can become a firefighter. And who knows what the future holds? But I'm ready. I'm excited, and so far, that's been my life. It hasn't been a long life, but it's been a good one. So we'll see where the future takes me. Thank you for watching.